hundreds of hours of effort that went into an application. Our attorney has told you before that he's never seen an application for annexation that has done so much to reinvest into the community. And when you, I don't know if you looked at the financial analysis that I sent to give to you yesterday, but if you look at the projections, the actual savings, when you lump all 143 businesses together, over a 10-year period, you're going to put $1.2 million back into the pockets of all those businesses, and then you're going to put $480,000 back into the pockets of the people who qualify for the homestead exemption. So when you look at community benefit, that's a huge number of people that's going to affect. I don't know how to express to you that one of these days you're not going to be here, and you're not going to be here, it's not going to be here. And this is the one opportunity that we all have to do something to change the trajectory of this city. When I graduated from high school 40 years ago, what I heard then and what you're still hearing now is Weston sucks. I can't wait to get out of here. And it's such a shame because we all deserve better than that. Our children and our grandchildren deserve better than that. And nothing's going to change until people have the heart and the desire and the wisdom and the courage to make that change happen. And I have reached out to each of you. I've reached out to the Lewis County Economic Development Authority. I've reached out to numerous businesses for feedback. I reached out to numerous other cities on ways to incorporate, to make annexation so that it's not a money grab, and that irritates me because it's said with such low vision. It's not a money grab, it's how do we change things here, because if we don't start now, it's never going to happen. So I appreciate the thought that you guys have put into it. I hope you read the application. I hope that you give it the serious discussion that it deserves, and actually mandates, because you represent 16,000 people, and 25% of those live in the city. And I want to say this, that the businesses who say Weston has nothing to offer them, let the 4,000 people who live in the city stop shopping there and see if it affects their business. And I'm grateful for every single business that's in that proposed annex area. Every single one of them. I'm glad they're there. And I shop those businesses too. But the 75% of those business owners that don't live in Lewis County, most of those don't care about annexation. When you look at Walmart, it's going to absorb 66% of the additional cost that comes along with annexation. Walmart says, we don't care if you annex us, because a strong community makes Walmart stronger. And a strong community makes all of us stronger. So I appreciate the thought.
Walmart themselves are gonna pick up 66% of the cost.
Based on the projections that I have done, yes, Walmart, but the increased cost by annexation, 64%, I'm sorry, I missed 64% of those additional expenses will be Walmart's. Because they are going to exceed, there are a few other businesses that will slightly exceed the B&O tax, because we do have the $1 million exemption on service and retailers, because we took into consideration all those small businesses.
That doesn't include the additional sales tax on all those businesses, the additional 1% tax on those businesses. That can't be 64%.
But let me clarify this for you. When I'm talking about business costs, I'm talking about money that the businesses have to fork out. Sales tax is not money that the businesses have to fork out.
I understand that, but on personal property, real and personal property tax.
Yes, 64% of that, because the property tax increase is $94,000 for the whole proposed area.
I've read everything that can be read. I have done their numbers on anything that could be done, and that's not right.
Okay, let me tell you what I did, and then see if it's different from what you did. I went through each property at their tax tickets.
As did I.
And then I multiplied by the 50 cents.
Exactly.
Okay. Walmart's tax increase is $16,000 a year.
It doesn't account for personal property. There's $563,000 inventory at Tractor Supply.
I did real property because I don't have access to personal property. I did the real property.
I did them all.
Okay.
Okay.
So I can say that Walmart has the majority of the increase in costs.
That's my big issue on this is the numbers. you say there's 700 or 800 people in the city that have homestead exemption.
No, sir, let me explain that, because yes and no. When I did the application, I used the number 718,
It's 444.
and let me explain why.
Okay.
When I called the assessor's office last July, it was June, July, and asked them how many people in the city of Weston, city limits, qualified for homestead exemption, I was given a number of 718.
That was an approximation.
Now, let me clarify, let me finish though. And I said, that seems like a lot, 718, can you double check that? And the girl came back on the phone, she said, yes, it's 718. So that's the number I used. When I contacted,
That's not what I was told.
I know, when I contacted John Breen back in January, February of this year and asked him for a report of all of the properties that qualify for homestead exemption, he said it's gonna be about 30 pages, about a page. I said, how many are on each page? He said like 16. So there's like between 400, at that time, our discussion between 400 and 500 people.
444.
And I said, well, what happened? I was told 718. And he said, well, we cleaned up the records, and it's not 718, it's 4, whatever. At the time, we didn't have any staff number.
The
Now, that was
girl
our-
that was handling the homesteads either misunderstood or it was misspoke. She gave all the municipality homesteads.
But you didn't think to get the report prior to submitting the application?
At that time, I was working on, we didn't need the report, I needed a number to do the calculation of numbers. I needed the report so that I could go to our records and make sure that we were prepared to not bill those people for the municipal. That's why I
You
needed,
didn't need the exact number?
well, that's
For the
what the phone
application?
call was for, was to get the number. And that's, yes, I would like to have had the actual number, yes.
I mean, I would just think before you submitted the application, you would have needed proof to back that number.
I asked the girl 718 when she asked for the number, and she said 718, and I said, that seems like a lot, are you sure that's the city of Weston city limits? And she said, yes. So, if I had known that there was a miscommunication, I would have followed up on it. I had no reason, after asking twice, I had no reason to doubt that she'd give me that kind of, we're all human, we all make mistakes, I'm not blaming her, it happens.
But last night when you were asking for corrections to the application, that wasn't disclosed to the commission. But you did have the knowledge last night.
Well, yes, I did, and last night when, I think that Matt, we had 10 minutes, I don't know if that one
When we
jumped
gave
out.
him questions, he had all the time to answer them.
Okay, well, I apologize for that, but when we got the actual number, when I called John and asked him for the report, because we needed the information then, like I said, to update our records, so that we would know not to bill those people if annexation passed. And that's when the error was brought to my attention, and that's when I changed my projections going forward. So I do apologize. In the information that you were given last night, a little packet that we sent to each one of you, the 480 numbers is the number that was used in those projections.
One more thing.
Yes.
He called it a moderate revenue increase. Okay? My calculations say it may double your budget.
Well, our budget's 2.2.
$2.2 million.
Yeah. A double budget within, that would be 2.2 million in revenue.
And 1% tax revenue, real and property tax increase, utilities increase cost, yes.
Based on my projections, the first year, it looks like they're conservative. It's difficult to get all of those numbers, but keeping in mind that all food, all gasoline, all prescriptions,
I understand all that.
all that is tax exempt. Our projections are over a 10-year period about $9 million,
That's
$900,000.
That's with the reduction, so the existing businesses under one.
No, that's just revenue itself. Revenue itself is about $1 million a year, so it's a little less than a 50% increase in our budget.
How much money do you anticipate from the 1% tax?
It's about the 1% tax is gonna be a little over $800,000. Now, remember, it's difficult when you're asking, I don't have those numbers in front of me. But the first 3 years, there
No,
are
yeah.
no B and O taxes.
I read it all.
Okay, so it's difficult to think off the top of my head. With the sales tax, it looks like it's
So
gonna be,
you receive $500,000 from within the city limits. and 1% tax, is that correct? And you're only anticipating 800,000 out that way?
Well, keep in mind too, in the city limits, it's only 250,000. 240,000 of that comes from businesses in the city limits. The rest of that comes from residences that are buying stuff over the internet.
I understand.
And so we're not collecting any additional,
I pay at my house, I live in Price County.
you know, you shouldn't,
I think it's good that everybody pays that.
But I'm just saying, so I know I can't.
Well,
and I'll tell you something, in accounting, anytime you're doing forecasting, it's most responsible and most reasonable to project your revenues conservatively, and you
we
project.
do that in our budgets, yes,
And
we
you-
understand, yes. But I'm an accountant also, and I do a lot of numbers on
Oh, I appreciate that.
it. Okay, anybody else? Randall?
It was speaking about the homestead exemption. The timelines are troublesome to me because the mayor reiterated this week in the city Facebook page that there was 800 homestead exemptions going to be passed out as a result of the passing of annexation. So
We just discussed that.
for some reason, the information was corrected, but they're still passing the wrong information out, and it's getting bigger.
Okay. Anyone else want to speak for and?
I got all flabbergasted last night with all this going on because it affects me directly. But, you know, Walmart, billion-dollar company, what they'll have to pay, they can write off in taxes and probably save more money. They're not worried about it. What I have to pay will cost them, you know. But my other question is all these empty storefronts within Weston, why aren't they filling up, or why did they let the ones leave that were here? You know, what did they do to stop that? You know, they need, I just feel, my personal opinion, they need to get the city itself straightened out before they go after anybody else. And if they're going to go out that way, they need to include everybody, residents as well. You know, I don't think, given the however many people in Weston, the homestead exemption and all that, give them a break and make me pick up the slack when I do not get nothing in return. You know, it's just, that's it. That's all.
Thank you.
You know.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I'd like to say something. I want to thank you all for having the hearing and listening to everything. The one thing bothers me, everybody says the city of Weston ran the stores out of business. That's not true. People in here ran them out of business. The city of Weston, the citizens ran them out of business. If you don't go buy something at a store, it can't make money. Now, I've been in business. I know if you can't beat the bottom line, you close up. I closed 2 companies up because I could not meet the bottom line. Now, I'll tell you, you all closed the businesses up. And the people left here because there was no manufacturing, there was no work. They closed them up. Now, change happens. I don't know where you all live. Change is always happening. Walmart came, that made change. It was open for people. You didn't have to pay a parking meter. You could park in the parking lot and walk in, and you could just buy food, clothing, or what else. I can remember when I was a kid, you had to go to a clothing store to buy clothes. You went to a grocery store to buy groceries. You bought shoes, you had to go to a shoe store. Change happened. Now Walmart sells everything. And a lot of your larger stores sell everything. Now change has happened again. You think we're in trouble, you go down to Meadowbrook and talk to the people that own that mall. And you know what they're telling you? We're going out of business. Now why are they going out of business? Amazon and so forth. I get so upset when I hear people say the city ran someone out of business. Yes, in a way they did. And the county did too. Your county did too. By not going and buying stuff at the local thing. Now, there are services that's being offered to stay in business because of they don't offer anything. But the ones that do offer something that you're gonna use every day, they're still in business. But I guarantee you, if something else comes in, change comes in, those people are gonna be out of business too. And it isn't gonna be about taxes. Taxes don't run you out of business. When you pay taxes, every one of you pay taxes, you're making money. You're making money. If you don't pay taxes, you're not making money. So I can't see what the complaint is. I cannot see what the complaint is. Now, I moved back here in '96. One of the worst things, you can ask my wife. When we drove into town, I said, my God, look how dirty this is. We come in on South on 19, and there was dirt on the streets and everything else. But did I go to the house and sit down and say, why it's so dirty? No. I went to the state road, and I said, what is all those cinders going on in every street and piled up? And that didn't get too good. Mr. Murphy said, well, we didn't have time to do that. Well, I ended up going to the state road commission. I think it was 3 days later, there's some dump trucks up there, and they were cleaning the streets. Now, if you want to clean up Weston Lewis County, that's what you got to do. You got to go out and work. You can't stand and complain and get on the Facebook and call people's names. You can't do that. You've got to get out and work.
Okay.
Until we can do this, we're going to be in a bad place the rest of our lives.
Thank you.
I'm for an annexation, and that's the reason why.
Okay.
And your attorney's not gonna be here today? Anyone else?
Joe Neal, owner of M&J Garage. Pat, you've been to my office. Agnes, you've been to my office. The mayor has never been to my office, never to discuss anything about taking my money or anything that I've earned. And she's never once come out to say, this is what the city can do for you. No one from the city, no commissioner, no mayor, nobody, but the 2 commissioners have been to my office, but nobody from the city has. That's all I had to say.
Okay, our central, item to consider here is how the annexation will affect the entire community as a whole, the entire county. We have our attorney here, did you want to speak? Is our attorney Joe Schaefer?
Madam President, as you correctly state, what you need to consider primarily is how, if this annexation were approved, how it would benefit the county as a whole. And, if you considered anything other than the petition, your discussion here today, if anybody's written any, letters, or if you've got any petitions or signatures for or against, we want to bring that into consideration. As well as, what individuals said last night at the meeting, and what these 5 people were talking about.
We read several letters in last night and petitions that were presented at the meeting last night. Okay. Actually, the closest town I got of that, so you wanted to know,
Speaking wise, there were 6 for, 12 against, 3 no opinion. The 2 gentlemen from Upshur, from Upshur County that spoke. And then there were 15 letters read against, and I got a count of 287 names on the petition, and that did not count for all of them, because there were times that I was up moving. So there were at least 287 names against the petitions.
and then just go around and talk back with your views.
Well, I really have mixed feelings about this, and I'll be honest with you. I can see that how the city of Weston, the county, have to work hand in hand. And we have to be unified, and if we're not, I can see how the county and the city will continue to fall apart, to be honest with you. My mixed feelings about the whole thing is, I believe that I'm elected to represent all the people of the city of Weston and the county. you know, Agnes Rod and I run for different districts, and you would think that would be the only people we had to answer to. We answer to all 16,000, almost 17,000 people in the county and the city. So therefore, I believe that my vote ought to be voted in the majority of what the people of the county want, the city and the county. So, whether I can see your argument, yes, I do. I see the argument the city of Weston makes, and I can see the argument that the people of the county make, so.
This has been a really hard decision for me too. You know, 25% of the county lives in the city of Weston, which, as every part of the county is in dire need of more finances. I believe that the negative part of it is 1 out of 63 businesses are in favor of this in the proposed annexation area. It's gonna be a detriment to the 6 volunteer fire departments in the county, and I think that's a very bad thing. And I believe that, I was elected for the entire county also, and I believe that the majority of the people are not in favor of, and which makes me not in favor of it.
And it has been a very hard decision, listening to everybody, seeing both sides of the situation, both sides of what's happening here. I do think our fire departments are going to suffer because that area is now divided up between 6 fire departments, not just one. If that area is annexed, it will all be under the city. The fire departments in the rural community will suffer more than they already are. As we know, we're constantly here with fire departments trying to find a way to help them make money so they can stay open. So we can't afford to have the fire departments in the rural area closed, and every dime that they get from the fire fee helps them keep their doors open. So I feel that it's one of the big things that I looked at, that people in the rural areas of the county, the Walkersville, the Midway areas of the community will suffer greatly because of that. Also, we've been working with a lot of businesses looking to build in the proposed area for annexation, and one of the first things those individuals ask is this in the city? And they know how much it will cost them to build it, construction-wise. We had one particular business, that we know in that particular area was gonna cost them almost $1 million if they come here to build, just in, tax, from the construction, because it's a major project. So, that's a lot of money. And, so that's where I am. Do we have anybody else with me?
I think one of the things that needs to be pointed out too, the county has helped the city out several times, especially with the building this annex behind us over here. The money from that, we paid the B&O tax to the city on that, and it's probably what helped pull the city out of that, to be honest with you. So the county has helped the city several times.
Make a motion for or against?
My motion's against as well.
All in favor? Motion carried. The proposal is denied.